What's up, everyone? It's Matt from Diazable coming at you with a new episode in my series of Did I Miss Anything? Where I talk about old music that I missed or never checked out growing up and seeing if I really missed out on any of this music. And today's episode is about Sonique with her debut album, Hear My Cry. And if you were a kid of the 90s, maybe 2000s, and you're into house and techno music, you definitely know her from her big hit It Feels So Good. And that was the reason why I decided to check this album out, because it's one of my favorite songs from the late 90s, early 2000s, and it came up on my shuffle, and I was like, you know what, I should do a really good deep dive on this album and this artist and learn more about her. And from what I've learned, she is a British artist that is was born in I think, if I'm correct, was Trinidad. Yes, and she had a career started off in her early age of like 17, 18, where she was working in different bands and working her way up into the music scene. And at one point, she was homeless while trying to create her career. So if anyone out there is struggling, don't give up, keep going, because then you never know what kind of a big hit you might have. And she kept working and making progress with her career, making club hits and working with DJs throughout the UK underground house scene. And then eventually she had her big hit with It Feels So Good. And she's had a pretty continuous career of making guest DJ appearances throughout the world while promoting her music at all times. So let's get into this album. Even though the album is called Hear My Cry, when you listen to this album, you're not going to cry at all, because you're just going to be sitting here listening and have a giant smile on your face from all the positivity that comes out from this album, even if there are a few missteps in terms of production and vocal performances. This album is filled with songs about, feeling good, breakups, wanting to see the world in a better place, a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but the overall message a lot of the time is, you'll get through this, you'll push through, you'll come out as a better person even through this hard times. Like on the songs Feels Good, Drama, and Close to Me, those songs really touch on a level of sadness, but have a level of hope to them and make you feel like, even if you're in a dark spot, you can get through what you're going through, even if it is really painful. So I want to play a clip of Drama so you can get a sense of those positive lyrics over a really sad beat they have.
Rocking on my sound, got my phone in my hand. My baby hit me 2 times. I gotta hit her back. She says she's flying in tonight. See, my baby's been gone for so long. She's back in town. It's time we get it on. She told me she would meet me at my spot about 8. That gives me 2 whole hours.
I want to say the sincerity in her voice just sounds really true and authentic here. I will say at times the lyrics can be a little bit try hard, or a little bit too, they're just trying a little bit hard, but it's nice to have some very upfront lyrics compared to songs that are coming out now that just don't seem to have as much substance to them. And it seems like, she's putting it on a little hard here, but at least it's a more positive and just a better outcome with these lyrics. She does a really good job of showcasing her vocal styles with some chilling and dark songs like on Empty, Hideaway. Her cold-hearted vocals over the slow beat really show her versatility of making music at this time when everyone was making a lot of house and trance music. While she was doing that on this album, but she's also trying to switch things up a little bit and give you some other refreshing takes with using her vocal range. So I want to play a clip of Empty for you.
Somebody stop me feeling empty. We hide away. Somebody stop me feeling empty. You start the dance, but I'm leading.
The darkness of this song just sounds so such a big contrast to her high energy songs that it sounds really amazing. I will say though, at times some of the songs on here feel a little bit flat or just seem poorly made, and it just hinders the album at times, because there's some poor musical choices in terms of songs that sound a bit dated, or they just don't have that lasting power like her other big hits. One song called Love Is On Your Side, it kind of leans really into that 90s and early 2000s trance, and kind of is self-aware of it, So it can be a little bit like playful and fun, even though it knows, I think it knows it's a little cheesy, but it sounds so good and high energy that you can't help but like really fall in love with it. So here's a clip of that song for you. A bit cheesy, but you know, you can't help but love the lyrics and the high energy they got. This album coming at the tail end of the 90s, it does a really good job of showing what the 90s were in terms of house music, R&B, and using very, very distinctive styles that, you know, make it feel like it's a product of that time. Like it feels very 90s at times. While at other moments, it seems a little bit more forward thinking in its sound and production choices. So it's got a really good balance between some good choices and bad choices in terms of production. And then one thing that's consistently good throughout this is her vocals. She's doing a good performance on all the tracks. She's giving it her all, and it sounds great. And I would say, you know, I never got to hear this album in its full until now. And I would say, yeah, there's a few tracks on here I definitely really enjoyed more than I thought. And so I would say I definitely missed out on something here. And I'm happy I like really like dug into some of her music catalog and checked out more than just a big hit. Here, it all feels good. So this album, Hear My Cry from Sonique, is a good and solid 7.5. Not bad for what it was trying to do here, but it's still overall a fun album and quite enjoyable. So links down below. Check her out. I'm Matt from OS. Thanks for coming on by, guys. And like always, I will see you in the pit.